سومین سخنران ما آقای گلمراد مرادی هستند. آقای گلمراد مرادی در سال 1319 در کردستان ایران به دنیا آمدند. 9 سال به شغل خیاطی مشغول بودند و 8 سال در ارتش خدمت کردند. مدرک تحصیلی ایشان دکترا و در حال حاضر مشغول به تدریس در دانشگاه‌های هایدلبرگ، هامبورگ و برمن هستند. محقق و نویسنده هستند. چندین کتاب درباره کردستان و یارسان تعریف کردند و مقالات زیادی در مورد ایزدی‌ها و یارسان‌ها از ایشان منتشر شده. آقای گلمرادی سخنرانی امروز خودشون رو در مورد وضعیت یارسان‌ها و ایزدی‌ها شروع می‌کنن.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. I would like to speak in Persian, but unfortunately I just wrote my thesis speaking in English. If my English is not good, I'm sorry. I apologize you. Well, some young lady, Mrs. Beverly, correct me because she knows my English wasn't good. So, as I was born in Yarsani family, one of the religious minority in Iran, under the Islamic Republic rules, would like to bring to attention of all human rights defenders in the world. I have a high respect for all kind of thinking, religions and ideology which are not harmful to the society. As Voltaire, a French politician in 18th century has said, quote, I am ready to give my life that someone who opposes me can say what he wants to say. Quote to end. Now, I am ready to give my life that those opposing me to talk against me, but not against the society. Anyhow, if someone wants to believe in an ideology or religions, having knowledge and researched about them, my respect toward these people would be certainly higher and greater. Today I would like to talk about 2 subjects, if there is a time for me. One about the miserable situation of Yarsan people under the Islamic rule. Now, my lovely neighbor said the name of some Darwish Gunabadi, but if I named, I have to name 2.5 million Yarsani because they do not have elementary right to live in Iran, not only to educate, not only to get job, not only anything else. Second, about the middle age situation of Izadis known as a Yazidi. A Yazidi is wrong because they want to kill them, these people during the time, during the history of these people. For that reason they call them Yazidi. Yazidi is very, very hated by Shiite Islam. For that reason they call them Yazidi, but they are Izadis. First, as I explained several times, here in such a panels, there are more than 4 million Yarsani living in Iran. For 35 years, the elementary, 35 years ago, that means in last 35 years, the elementary rights of education, government job, and the higher position have been taken away from them, from these people, or they do not have any chances to get one. If one does not lie, one does not have chance to be educated and obtain a job. What I mean for lying? If you do not say I am Muslim, you never have a chance to get a job, to get education, to get anything else in this country. You have to lie. If you do not lie that your parents does not namaz, they do not pray anything. They do not pray Islamic in the country because they have to lie, otherwise they are not allowed to do anything else. Even though we as defenders of the human rights paid high price to hear and read very bitter experiences in the mass media, and we see that the real face of some ideologies and religions like Taliban's, Salafi, Boko Haram's, and Islamic State known as ISIS, which want to recreate how it was 1,400 years ago in the Islamic world. It has been about 35 years that the Islamic Republic, which they carry a part of Islamic belief according to the Holy Book, rule in Iran, which is multinational country. If we accept the quote of the founder of Islamic revolution in Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini, he means that the non-Islamic people, according to the hadith of Imams, if they do not convert in Islamic, that should be killed. Quote to end. Like the Jewish Bani Qurayza in the starting of Islam, in one day more than 700 people were killed. This is quoted in Quran Al-Ahzab. It means about the kafir. Kafir means atheist. Quoted in Islam in Quran verse 26, 27, Surah Al-Ahzab. I reported several times about the religious minority in Iran, in particularly about Yarsan. I would like to emphasize that even those religions whom are mentioned in the Quran and that should be respected as known religions, they have always the problem with Islamic authorities. I will relate it ISIS, the rulers to the rulers of Islamic Republic in Iran towards the non-Islamic citizen, but a little more modern. If they had enough power, they would act towards Yarsani and Baha'is, which are not quoted in Quran. Much worse than ISIS do in Iraq. The Iranian Yarsani and Baha'is have not been allowed to be educated and to get a jobs if they do not deny their own religions. A lot of young people obtain their education by lying to say that they are Muslims, and if the authority find out that they are still remained on their former belief, they never get a job, even if they are most qualified in their branches. It is to be allowed to speak about today's problem in Iraqi Kurdistan, Syria, and the middle age behavior of with Izadis, known as Yazidi. I have already mentioned in several articles and in the book that the Izadis are a part of Yarsani at the era of Shah Khwashin. Shah Khwashin was 1050 years after Christian time, Miladi, the time the Seljukan took over in Iran the rule. In that time, Islamic Caliph was very weak, only could rule in Baghdad, not other places. And Toghrul the first, the Bunyanguzar Saljuqi, the starting of Saljuqi, decided to go to Baghdad 1050. If Caliph say something opposed to him, he will be killed. But Caliph was very smarter than he thought. He came out of Baghdad and put with his hand the crown of king on his head. Say, you are the savior of Islam. For that reason, most of the Yarsani in 4th, 5th century Islamic time, Hijrat, they ran away to Mesopotamia, and they today are Yazidi. This is very important to say that because Izadi is a part of Yarsan. And for that reason, the part of Yarsan before Sultan Sahak, before written the holy book of Yarsani. One of the parliamentarian from Yazidi in Iraqi parliament write a letter to Mrs. Obama, says you defend the humanitarian human rights for women. Please let us to be alive. 2,500 Yazidi woman has been as slave captured and would be sold in market in Mosul and in most Syrian town under the ISIS control. From $150 to $3,500 and $100,000. I just read one Arab paid $100,000 for a 27 years old girl. This is something Mrs. Dakhil write for Mrs. Obama, says, well, we want to be helped. We want you to help us, not be killed and not be sold like 1,400 years ago. This is something, if I wanted to talk about Izadi, it takes more time. Just I appreciate it. If you have some question, I will be appreciated to answer. Thank you very much.